Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. I admit it's been a while since I did a video on my main like this, but oh well, I'm glad I'm finally doing one. Of course, everyone knows who this individual right here is. And for those of you who don't know, this is none other than YouTuber Tariq Nasheed. He also has an account on Twitter, which is actually what I'm looking at right now. He's also, of course, the guy who created the documentary series Hidden Colors, 1804. Speaking of Hidden Colors, he is currently working on the 5th and possible and final installment of the documentary series. He has his radio talk show called Ism Radio, which he even has a separate channel on YouTube called Ism Radio. So if you're interested in checking it out, go ahead, just look at Ism Radio. It's IZM and then of course radio. And that is if you want to check it out, but that's not what we're going to talk about. He's also known to talk about what goes on in the celebrity world, but also he's known for talking about white supremacy and stuff like that. And he really gets in deep when he talks about the issues and stuff like that. Well, there's actually a couple stories about him I want to talk about. The first involves his response or his say about Tamara's husband. He says here that old tweets serve as proof of racism. And I believe this is the tweets that Tariq Nasheed is talking about. It says here, fans don't insinuate what you don't know. The truth opposing to this decision are informing human chains, not looting. I guess he's talking about rioting and black people looting and stuff like that. And I bet you it felt to be riots where if a police shooting happens and if the person doesn't get justice. He also says here, he talks about the Mike Brown and Freddie Gray situations. The looters are opportunists. They don't deserve to be called protesters. That is unfair to those who aren't burning and stealing. You see, but he doesn't talk about Antifa and some of these white protesters who actually go around rioting and looting. He doesn't even call them, people don't even call them rioters and looters when they go out and do stuff like that. At least when black people do some stuff, whether you agree with it or not, most of the time it's because of injustice. And you know, we're get angry about injustice and stuff like that. And we will do anything to fight back at any means necessary. Looks like some other tweets about the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman situation. Here's some other tweets that a lot of people didn't like. Well, that come from him. If you want to look up more of these tweets, I will leave the link to this article in the description box. So yes, Tariq Nasheed, I'm not really going to get into the video because I got other stuff to talk about. So, but if you want to read this, so this is what he brought up. And I bet you there were some people, some trolls that went after him, especially those who support Adam Housley. In fact, this week, he's been getting a whole lot of trolls in his timeline as of recently because, of course, not only are they going after him for this story about talking about the Adam Housley Tamara Mira situation, they've been going after him for the Bill Cosby situation. You see, he knows that this trial was all a witch hunt and an injustice created by the white racism and the white supremacy. I found this article out, and I think there was a couple people who did a video on this. And it's called "You're Welcome. Anti-Racism Strategist Loses His Blue Checkmark." A blue checkmark is this verification badge from Twitter that Twitter people give to. There's still more I need to check on this about the and I guess that helps you get sponsors or stuff on YouTube. I don't know. But according to this, I guess he said a lot of stuff about that Bill Cosby situation. That it's even had this woman right here she filed a report against Tariq Nasheed claiming that she's racist and stuff like that. He's racist. We know there's no such thing as blacks being racist. We all know that. But to the people who are naive to think that blacks can be racist, especially this woman right here, and oh, by the way, this is a white woman named Woman of Medicine. Matter of fact, hold on, this is, alright, this is my Twitter account, but I did retweet some of his tweets. It says here that they locked his account, and they took away his verified badge. Now this happened yesterday. This is just some other stuff. See? Here. Oh, and right here is the woman responsible for putting in the false report to get Tariq Nasheed's stuff removed. Well, not all of his stuff, but to have his verified badge removed and have his account locked. Her name is Woman in Medicine. And as you can tell by the picture, this is a white woman. Now, the good news that I found out is that they reinstated and maybe gave back some Twitter posts and has restated his account. And as you saw in the beginning, that you saw the blue check mark, if you weren't paying attention, he got his blue check mark back. So that means he's been reinstated. And I guess he fought, some people, his fans and himself fought back to get all that stuff back immediately. Now, a while back, we were celebrating Alex Jones being banned from a lot of social media accounts. And he could be basically removed from the internet due to another reasons later on in the future. With the net neutrality situation, he could have his own personal channel throttled or removed by ISPs. It hasn't happened yet, but it kinda could, depending on if the provider does not like him. But also at the same time, now, he got what he deserved, because he says all kinds of racist stuff and makes all kinds of false conspiracy theories. But also at the same time, as much as we don't want him to have freedom of speech. If Alex Jones can be removed, I then later started to fear this can happen to black people. And it's happening right now, starting with Tariq Nasheed. You see, we were okay to celebrate Alex. And no, I'm not defending Alex Jones. I despise Alex Jones, and I'm glad he's off social media. Well, he's still on social media, but I'm glad that they banned Alex Jones for his stupid stuff. However, at the same time, I knew in some way that I was just all up front, so it would give them the okay to start going after black YouTubers, especially black YouTubers that tell the truth. They could probably go after my account if I talk about the stuff I'm talking about, like I'm talking about now. And of course, racists ain't gonna like it. They'll try to flag me, have my account, and try to ban me. Remember, they tried to get rid of Lisa Cabrera, but luckily, Lisa Cabrera fought back against YouTube in court, and she got some of her channels reinstated. And then that was before the Alex Jones. And I bet you the reason why they really got rid of him is because he was kind of, quote, off code with his racism. And they needed to find a way to for the next time they start going after black channels, they can use that. We're not racist. We got rid of Alex Jones, blah, blah, blah. And they're already testing it by going after Tariq Nasheed. This was their first test, but luckily Tariq Nasheed got his Twitter account reinstated and everything in place. Well, he didn't get his account removed, but it got locked, and he got his check mark back. So this is good news. But to the black community, what happened to Tariq Nasheed? If this could happen to Tariq Nasheed, this could happen to all of us. Especially when we talk about stuff that the racists and the so-called elites don't like what we say when we try to speak truth to power, or we try to do something to fight back against the system. Some of you may disagree with some antics of Tariq or his personality, but what happened to him should not happen to him. I am support of Tariq Nasheed getting his channel back, and I support Tariq Nasheed's freedom of speech. Regardless of what you think about his personality or him, he does have some good points to what he talks about. Otherwise, he wouldn't do the documentaries he do, and they have a lot of good points. Even though I don't have copies, I might try to get copies in the future, but what I've heard, he talks some really good points. So yeah, we need to be on high alert here on social media, and this is also another reason why I try to get people to go to Blackspot TV, blackspot.com, blackjunction.tv, blackjunction.com, Blitter, and other black-owned or possible black-owned social media platforms. And why we also need to go to GoFundMe or to the sites themselves and help donate and fund so that they can become stronger. And I might do a separate video on that, because some of these big platforms like Twitter and YouTube are trying to get rid of certain black people or all black people off of social media. That's why we need to focus. I mean, still use these platforms until the time is right, but also looking forward to doing our own stuff. That's why I talk about this is my account on YouTube, on blackjunction.com. I try to get more people to come on this website. And this is all I have. Oh, and this is my blackspot.com. This is like the Facebook style of Black Junction. And of course, like I said, Black Spot, and stuff like that. But anyway, and like I said, I'll do a separate video. Now back, once again, I'm happy that Tariq is been getting his stuff back and being allowed to continue to do what he can do or wants to do. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to end this video, and hopefully y'all leave your comments on what you think. Share the video, and also share that article if you want to. I'll leave in the description box concerning his say on the Tamara and her husband situation, if y'all want to read that. But like I said, write down in the comment section what you think. Make sure you share this video. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell. I do videos on YouTube, Black Junction and Black Spot. There'll be links to some of my account. I also do posts here on Twitter. I'll leave the link to those accounts in the description box and comment section as well as my email if you had any stories you wanted to bring up, or if you're not getting notifications or anything. Although the best advice will be to just make sure you're subscribed, resubscribe if you have to, and then re-hit that notification bell. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you for your time, and I hope to catch y'all in another video.